A knock from the stars. It was past midnight when the sky screamed. The ground shook as a flash of silver. Light broke through the clouds. A single spaceship came crashing down just outside the Earth Defense Base 9. Sirens howled. Lights blinked red. Soldiers grabbed their rifles and ran to the perimeter. Commander Hale stood in the control room, eyes fixed on the radar. "What is this? A scout ship? A bomb?" "No, sir," the officer replied. "It's landing, not attacking." Outside, the ship opened slowly, its metal sides folding back like wings. But nothing came out for a full minute. The soldiers waited, guns raised. Then finally, something moved. A figure stepped out. It was not a warrior, not a robot, not a monster. It was a female. An alien. She walked slowly, her body trembling with each step. Her skin was pale blue, glowing softly under the moonlight. Her clothes were torn. Her arms held something close to her chest, the small bundle wrapped in silver cloth. One of the soldiers shouted, "Halt! Identify yourself." But she kept walking, ignoring the guns pointed at her. Her eyes, wide and full of fear, locked onto the base gates. Then, in a shaking voice, she said the words that would haunt every soldier there. "Please, if you have a heart, let my daughter in. I can pay you with my body. Just save her. Please." The soldiers froze. Some lowered their weapons. Others looked at each other, confused. Commander Hale arrived at the gate moments later. He stared at the alien woman. Her knees were buckling. Blood dripped from a cut on her leg, but still, she held her bundle tightly. He stepped forward. "Who are you? Why are you here?" She looked up at him. Tears ran down her strange face. "No time. My daughter is dying. She needs help. She's not dangerous. Please, ... save her." Hale looked at the bundle in her arms. A small face peeked out, a child, maybe 5 years old, unconscious and breathing weakly. Hale didn't trust her. No one did. But something in her voice, her eyes, felt real. He gave the order. "Take them inside. Lock the woman in a holding room. Take the child to the medical bay." The alien mother didn't resist. She only begged, "Don't hurt her. Please." In the medical bay, Dr. Layla examined the alien child. Her skin was like soft glass. Her heartbeat was fast, too fast. The machines beeped strangely. Blood samples couldn't be taken. The needles melted. Layla frowned. "She's not like anything we've seen before." Commander Hale stood behind the glass. "Can she survive?" Layla shook her head. "Not without help. But we don't know what she needs. We don't even know what she is." Meanwhile, in the holding room, the alien mother sat quietly, her hands cuffed to the table. She stared at the wall, not speaking. When Hale entered, she looked up. "Is she alive?" "She's stable," he said, "but not safe." She nodded slowly. "She will not harm you. She is not a weapon." "Then why did you come here?" The woman took a deep breath. "Because Earth is the only place left. My planet is gone. The others would use her, twist her, kill her. But I saw a message once, your kind saves the weak. That's why I came." Ke leaned forward. "What is she?" She looked into his eyes and said, "She's the last." Before he could ask more, an alarm buzzed in the room. It was coming from the medical bay. Dr. Layla called over the intercom. "Commander, you need to see this." Hale ran to the glass room. Inside, the child was moving. Her body shook. Her skin glowed brighter and brighter. Layla backed away from the bed. Something is happening inside her. On the monitor, strange shapes formed in her blood. Symbols, codes. Not biology technology. Something was crawling under her skin, like tiny machines. Then, the girl's eyes opened. They glowed bright blue dot. She whispered something. No one understood the words, but the power in her voice shook the walls. Outside the base, in the sky above, something unseen began to move. A ripple in space. A signal sent, a response received, and far away, beyond the stars, another ship turned toward Earth. Something was coming, and it wasn't friendly. The base was silent. Too silent. The alien child had stopped moving, but the memory of what they saw still echoed in everyone's mind. Her glowing skin, her strange blood, her whisper in a language that didn't exist. Commander Hale stood outside the glass chamber, staring at the sleeping girl. She looked peaceful now, like a normal child. But nothing about her was normal. Inside the lab, Dr. Lila walked carefully around the machines. She picked up the melted syringe with gloves. It had bent like rubber. "Sir," she said, "I've never seen anything like this. Her blood, if we can even call it that, is changing shape." "Explain," Hale said. Layla turned to the monitor. "Her cells are alive, like they're thinking. Like they choose what to let in or reject. I tried to give her oxygen, but her body made its own. I gave her medicine, her body broke it down like dust." Commander Hale frowned. "You're saying she's healing herself?" "Yes," Layla said slowly. "And not just that. I think she can heal others too." In the holding room, the alien mother sat quietly, her head low, her hands still cuffed. She hadn't asked for food or water. She had asked only one question every hour: is she safe? This time when Hale entered, he didn't wait. "Lead to me." The alien mother didn't flinch. "I told you she wasn't dangerous." "That is still true." Hale tossed a photo on the table, an image of her daughter's blood, glowing under the microscope. "This isn't normal. This isn't a child. This is something else." The woman looked at the photo, then at Hale. Her voice was calm. "Your world is full of sickness, war, dying people. You keep building weapons, but none can fight death. My daughter, she is not a weapon. She is the cure." Hale stared at her. "Cure for what?" "For everything." Back in the lab, Dr. Layla made a risky decision. She cut her finger with a scalpel, just a small wound. Then she let a drop of the alien girl's blood touch it. The reaction was instant. The skin sealed. The cut vanished in seconds. Layla gasped. Her hand trembled. She looked up at the child's sleeping face. This girl could save millions, or be used by the wrong hands. She turned to the radio. "Commander Hale, you need to see this." That night, Hale called a secret meeting. Only top-level officers. No one else was allowed. He showed them the healing footage. He explained what the alien girl could do. Some were amazed. Some were greedy. "We must protect her," one general said. "We must control her," said another. One officer leaned forward. "If one drop of her blood can heal wounds, imagine what a full transfusion could do. She could make us immortal." "Commander?" Hale was silent. He looked at the photo again of the girl, her small body glowing like moonlight. He didn't speak a word. But his jaw tightened. Elsewhere, the alien mother sat in her room, listening. She had excellent hearing. She could hear their words through the walls. She could feel their thoughts. They were planning to take her daughter. Use her, study her, cut her open if needed. The pain in her heart was replaced with something colder. She had come in peace, but she had not come weak. She looked at the metal, cuffs around her hands, and with a deep breath, she pulled. The steel cracked like dry wood. The alarm screamed against security breach in holding room. By the time the guards reached her, the alien mother was gone. She moved fast, too fast for cameras. Like a shadow. One soldier saw her in the hallway. She raised her hand and he dropped to the ground, frozen in time. Alive but unable to move, she reached the lab in seconds. Dr. Layla turned around in shock. "You can't be here, wait." "No, but..." The mother didn't harm her. She walked to the chamber, placed her hand on the glass. Her daughter lay still. The mother whispered a strange word. The girl opened her eyes. Commander Hale arrived with 10 armed men. They pointed their rifles, but none fired. The alien mother turned slowly. Her hands raised, not in violence, but in surrender. "I told you," she said calmly. "She is not a threat. But now you are." One guard stepped forward. "If you want her to live, you'll obey." The mother's eyes changed. They turned silver, reflecting every face in the room. "If you harm her, there will be no one left to heal you." Then suddenly, the girl inside the chamber stood. Her hands glowed. The lights in the room began to flicker, and on every screen, a strange message appeared daily in symbols, unreadable. But one word, slowly translated: "They are coming." The lights flickered across Base 9. Emergency power kicked in. Screens rebooted. The message had vanished. But no one forgot what they saw. They are coming. Commander Hale stood frozen, staring at the alien girl through the glass. Her small hands were still glowing. Her eyes shone like stars. And behind her stood the alien mother, calm, powerful, no longer pretending to be weak. Dr. Layla whispered, "Sir." She activated our systems without touching them. That was her. Hale's voice was tight. "You mean she sent that message?" Alien mother spoke softly, but her voice carried across the room. "No, that message was not from her. It was for her." Security teams surrounded the lab. Dozens of soldiers, guns ready. But Commander Hale raised his hand. "Hold your fire. Not yet." He stepped closer to the glass. "Explain, who's coming?" The mother looked at him, her face calm but serious. "The ones who created her." Flashback, 10 years ago, in another part of the galaxy. A lab filled with bright blue lights. Aliens in white suits speaking in whispers. A small pod. Inside, a glowing orb, alive but silent. The alien mother stood among them. Back then, a soldier, a guardian. They were building something, not a weapon, not a machine. A life form. A being made of energy and blood. A perfect healer. A living cure. But they didn't want to save lives. They wanted to control them. She took the child. She ran. And she never stopped running. Back in the present, the mother's voice was cold. "I escaped with her. I raised her as my own. But now they've found us." Commander Hale tried to stay calm. "Why here? Why Earth? Because this is the last place they would look. Your planet is small, broken, filled with war. You are not a threat." She looked directly at him. "But now, you've touched her blood. You've tested her. They know." Hale felt a chill crawl up his spine. Layla stepped forward. "What do they want? Her? Only her. They don't want her alive. They want her harvested." Suddenly, an alarm buzzed again. "Commander," a voice came through the radio. "An object has entered Earth's orbit. It's not responding." 2 hails. Everyone turned to the nearest screen. A large black ship had appeared above the planet. No lights, no sound. It simply hung in the sky like a shadow, watching. Hale turned to the mother. "Can we fight them?" "No," she said. "You wouldn't last 10 seconds. Then what do we do?" Her next words made everyone go silent. "You give me back my daughter, and let us run." Hale stepped back. "That's not possible. Then your people die." In the war room, a secret meeting began. Some officers wanted to hand over the alien girl. "Better one child than the whole Earth," one said. Others wanted to hide her deeper underground. Use her power. Defend Earth, said another. But Hale said nothing. He looked at the data, at the blood sample. At the girl's peaceful face, Dr. Layla came in with news. Sir, I ran another test. A drop of her blood mixed with our air filters. It cured all airborne viruses in minutes. You're saying she can clean the air, and the water, and maybe even our minds. Back in the lab, the girl woke up again. This time, she sat up. She looked at Dr. Layla and said, in clear, soft English, I remember now. Layla knelt beside her. What do you remember? The girl's voice was calm. I was built in the stars. My body is new, but my mind is old. I've lived many lives. I carry the map inside me. Map to what? To the seed. Layla blinked. What seed? The girl's eyes turned pale white. The seed of life, the one that started it all. They want it back. Outside the base, lightning cracked across a clear sky. The alien ship above Earth began to glow. Lines lit up across its dark surface. Something was powering up. Commander Hale stood in the observation deck. He had two choices. Hand the girl over. Save Earth today, but maybe doom it forever. Or protect her. Risk war, risk everything. For the future, the alien mother appeared beside him. You don't trust me. I understand. But if you want her to survive, you must let us go now. Looked out at the black ship, then at the girl below. And then he said, no. The mother narrowed her eyes. Then this is the deal breaker. A sudden shockwave hit the base. Every screen turned black. The sky outside turned deep red. The enemy had made its decision. War had begun. Asterisk, the Earth went quiet. For the first time in human history. Every satellite stopped talking. Internet signals dropped, planes lost navigation. Power stations blinked and shut down. Above the planet floated a ship the size of a city black. Silent, cold, it didn't shoot. It didn't speak. It just watched. Commander Hale stood in the underground war room of Bazenine, staring at the hologram. The alien ship was unlike anything they'd ever seen. No windows, no engines. Just one single glowing ring at its center. Slowly, pulsing like a heartbeat. Still no communication. He asked. The technician wiped sweat from his forehead. No, sir. It's like it's not even trying to talk. Hale turned to Dr. Layla, who stood beside the alien girl. Do they always do this? The girl nodded slowly. They don't speak with words. They wait. If we don't respond, they act. Elsewhere in the base, the alien mother stood alone in a sealed observation room. Her eyes were locked on the skies through a reinforced window. She whispered to herself in her native tongue, then switched to English. They sent a Void-class vessel. I didn't think they would go that far. One guard nearby asked, confused, what does Void-class mean? She turned to him and said softly, it means they didn't come for negotiation. They came to erase. Back in the lab, the girl reached for a piece of metal scrap. She held it in her tiny hands. Suddenly, the metal started floating. Then it twisted, melted, and reshaped itself into a perfect sphere. Everyone watching gasped. Dr. Layla asked, how are you doing that? The girl blinked. I'm not. The part of me that remembers is waking up. She paused. The ship outside isn't empty. It has one pilot. Only one. That's all they need. Who is it? Layla whispered. The girl looked at her and said, my creator. Outside, clouds formed a perfect circle in the sky. The air felt heavier. All animals in the region had gone silent. Birds no longer flew. Commander Hale stood in the launch bay with his top officers. We can't attack it. we can't ignore. It's so what the hell do we do? The alien mother's voice echoed behind them. You make a choice, human. Either give them what they want, protect her, and face extinction. Hale turned to her. You knew this day would come, she said, and you still brought her here. The mother looked at the ceiling, at the ship above. I didn't bring her to Earth. She brought me. Suddenly, a deep vibration spread across the base. Every monitor lit up with a symbol. A single burning red eye. It blinked. Once. Then a voice, deep, mechanical, cold, spoke through every speaker on the planet. Return what belongs to us, or perish. You have 24 hours. Nothing more. Silence. Panic spread through military bases, governments, cities. People looked up at the sky. Fear in their eyes. News channels showed only one image. The massive ship hanging over Earth like a waiting god. Inside Base 9, the alien. Girl sat quietly, drawing on a touchscreen. She wasn't scared. She was remembering each line she drew was part of a map. Not of a place, but of a machine. Something old, something powerful. Something buried beneath the earth long ago. TAC Commander Hale entered the room. What are you doing? She didn't look up. If they come, they'll destroy everything. But if I reach the seed before they do, the seed again. What is it? She finally looked at him. The seed is life. It gave birth to stars, planets, maybe even your kind. And it's here, on Earth. She nodded. Hidden, long ago. I was built to find it. In the hangar, a small team was preparing an escape pod. The alien mother stood beside it. She didn't beg this time. She offered Hale a deal. Let us go. Let her reach the seed. You want to save Earth. This is your only chance. But Hale didn't answer right away. He looked at the ship above. He looked at the scared faces of his soldiers. He looked at the girl, still calm, still building the map. Then he said quietly, You'll need a pilot. As the pod rose into the night sky, unseen by the world, the alien ship above Earth remained still. But inside it, the single pilot opened its eyes, mechanical, hollow, inhuman. But watching, always watching. Dark clouds gathered, but there was no rain. Instead, black dust fell from the sky. It came from the massive alien ship floating above Earth. The dust didn't burn. Didn't smell, but it moved like it had a mind of its own. It stuck to buildings, slid across windows, entered vents, and when people touched it, they changed. Inside Base 9. Red lights flashed again. We have incoming bio-alerts across 5 sectors, an officer shouted. People are collapsing, skin turning pale, heart rates spiking. Commander Hale rushed to the main control room. He watched the map of Earth light up in red dot cities, falling one by one. It wasn't a bomb. It wasn't a laser. It was harvest time in the secret launch pod speeding through the upper atmosphere. The alien girl sat silently. Her small hands pressed against the window as she looked down at the world turning sick below. The alien mother sat beside her. Eyes closed, focused. Commander Hale, the pilot, gripped the controls. Tell me we can stop this, he said, without turning. The girl answered softly. Not yet. The seed will protect us. If we wake it in time. Hale frowned. And if we're too late? The girl didn't answer. But the ship suddenly shook. A shadow passed by. Something was following them. Back on Earth, Dr. Layla ran tests in the lab. Desperate to find a way to stop the infection spreading through the air. She placed a drop of the girl's blood in the filtration system. It worked. The infected room cleared in seconds. The black dust vanished. Her voice trembled as she radioed the military channel. Commander, the girl's blood is the only thing that can stop this. But there was no reply because Commander Hale was already out of range, above Earth. In the shadows of the upper atmosphere, A second alien vessel had arrived. Smaller, faster. It had one mission: intercept the girl before she reached the seed inside. Mechanical beings prepared for extraction. No emotion. No mercy. They didn't want to destroy her. They wanted to drain her. The girl closed her eyes. They are near. I feel them. Hale turned the pod sharply, dodging incoming fire from the pursuers. What are they shooting? Missiles? No, the alien mother replied. Harvesters. Machines that extract blood without killing the body, like alien needles. Hale asked. No, she said. Like spiders, with purpose. Suddenly, one of the harvesters latched onto the pod. Metal legs pierced through the hull. The pod shook violently. Commander Hale grabbed a rifle. You two stay back. He opened the hatch. The harvester crawled inside, thin, tall, silent. A long tube extended from its chest, pulsing with blue light. Hale fired once, twice, nothing then. Then the girl stepped forward. Calm, brave. Stop. She whispered. The creature froze. The girl raised her hand. Her veins glowed gold. You came from them, but I was made from something older. The harvester trembled, then collapsed. Its body turned to ash. The pod finally reached a remote valley hidden, deep beneath the Earth's crust. The signal had led them here, ancient, hidden, forgotten. A place older than humans, older than time. As they landed, the girl whispered, "This is where it sleeps." They entered the cavern, walls covered in glowing roots. Symbols lit up with every step the girl took. She walked forward like she had done this before. Like her feet remembered, at the center of the cave lay a massive orb, floating in mid-dash air. The seed, it pulsed slowly, quietly, alive, but barely. Suddenly, the girl collapsed. Her skin turned pale. Her breath slowed. The mother rushed forward. She's using too much energy. She's linked to it now. Commander Hale stepped forward. What do we do? She needs strength. My strength. You'll die, he said. She looked at her daughter, then smiled. Then let me die as her mother, not her shadow. The alien mother placed her hand on the girl's chest. A glow passed from her palm into the girl's heart. The mother's skin faded. Her body weakened, but the girl opened her eyes bright like suns. She stood up. The seed responded. It began to spin. The cavern lit up with pure white light. Far above, the black dust in the sky began to vanish. The infected cities slowed. People awoke. The harvest stopped on the alien ship. The pilot received the new signal. The seed had activated. It turned the ship around. Retreat. Not in fear, but in preparation. Back in the cavern, the girl stood over her mother's body. She didn't cry. She placed a hand on her mother's heart. You are not gone. You are inside me now. Commander Hale stepped beside her. Is it over? She looked up. No. They'll come again. But next time, we'll be ready. Asterisk, the seed had awakened. Its glow filled the underground cavern with white fire. Its energy pulsed through the earth like a heartbeat returning after a long sleep. The air was warm now. The black dust gone. The alien ship retreated. Earth had been saved, but not by humans, by a child who wasn't really a child. Commander Hale stood in silence beside the alien girl. Her eyes, once soft and scared, now looked older, like someone who had seen galaxies fall. The body of the alien mother lay still nearby. A core sacrifice had lit the seed. It saved the world. But the girl didn't cry. She simply placed her hand on her mother's chest and said nothing. Hall finally spoke. We need to go back. The world thinks you're a miracle now. The girl turned her head slowly. They're wrong. I'm not a miracle. You saved them? She looked at him, her voice steady. Didn't save them. The seed did. I only woke it. She paused, then said something Hale didn't understand. I was designed to do that. They returned to Base Neen in a stealth ship. The skies were clear. People were recovering. The alien ship had vanished into the void, but something felt unfinished. In the base, Dr. Layla welcomed them back with joy, till she saw the girl's face. There was no smile. No relief, only stillness. Layla whispered, "She's different." Commander Hale nodded. "She's remembering more." That night, the girl sat alone in the lab, drawing again. Not pictures, symbols, circles within circles. Stars, roots, lines, and something that looked like DNA, except moving. Dr. Layla sat beside her. "Do you want to talk?" The girl didn't stop drawing. She was not my real mother. Layla's heart sank. "You knew." The girl nodded. "I always felt it. Her love was real, but I was never born. I was placed inside her." Layla stayed quiet. The girl's voice dropped to a whisper. "Am not the last of a race. I am the first of a weapon." Back in the control room, Hal reviewed data from the seed activation, signals, energy pulses, radiation scans. One strange fact stood out. The seed didn't just wake up, he said. It sent a message. The technician beside him looked confused. To where? Every direction. In the medical wing, the girl began to show new signs. Her skin glowed at night. She didn't sleep. She didn't eat. Machines picked up signals. Coming from her bones, something was happening inside her. Dr. Layla scanned her again. What she saw made her heart freeze. The girl's DNA was rewriting itself. "Commander, we need to talk." In the briefing room, Layla showed the scans. She's changing. Her body is absorbing the seed's energy. She's becoming something else. "What?" Hale asked. Layla hesitated. "Something very old. Something powerful. Maybe something the seed remembers." That night, the girl stood on the roof of the base. She looked up at the stars. She whispered, "I remember now." Where I came from, Commander Hale appeared behind her. "Tell me." She didn't turn. "I wasn't made to heal." That was just the mask. I was made to find the seed. But once I did, I was meant to become its guardian. She finally turned to him, or its weapon. Flashback, deep space. A hidden lab floating near a dead sun. A group of beings in golden robes, eyes glowing, hands raised in silent agreement. "She will carry the code," one said. "And the seed." "Will obey," said another dot in the center. A pod opened. A small form inside, sleeping. Waiting back in the present, Hale asked her, "What does that mean for us?" "It means Earth is no longer just a planet." "Then what is it?" She looked toward the sky. "It's a gate." Suddenly, the monitors inside the base blinked red dot. Dr. Layla ran into the room. "We've got a signal stronger than anything we've seen." Commander Hale turned. "From where?" "Not from space. From beneath us. A second seed, buried deep below." The girl's eyes glowed. She whispered one word. "It's waking up, too." The ground trembled. Not from an earthquake, but from something deeper. Older. Waking up, a second seed, buried under Earth's crust, had come online. And it was not quiet. Inside Base 9, alarms blared. Energy surge detected in Sector 7. Below, the surface. We're picking up a pulse similar to the first seed, but stronger. Commander Hale stared at the map. Two glowing points blinked red on the screen, one in the north, one in the south. "There were two of them all along," he whispered. Dr. Layla stood frozen. "What happens if they both activate?" The alien girl entered the room. Her voice, calmer eyes, shining like stars. Then Earth will no longer be yours. Above the planet, the black alien ship had returned. This time, it didn't come alone. A ring of smaller vessels spread across the sky like dark moons. No communication. No message, just waiting, watching, ready back in the base. The alien girl walked into the war room. She looked more like a being from another world than ever before. Her skin pulsed with light. Her footsteps made the glass vibrate. Here for the second seed, she said. It wasn't meant to be awakened. It was sealed for a reason. Commander Hale asked, "Then why is it waking now? Because of me?" She pointed to her chest. "I carry the key, the first seed. Listen to me. Now the second is calling too." Hale stepped forward. "Can you stop it?" The girl didn't answer. A sudden shockwave hit the base. The power went out. When the lights came back, the screens showed something terrifying. The second seed was rising, not floating. Growing, it had formed roots through the earth, metal and rock. Twisted upward, it was becoming something alive. The alien girl stood at the center of the base's rooftop, facing the sky. The mother's voice echoed in her memory. "You are more than blood, more than code. You are choice." Commander Hale and Dr. Layla joined her. "What happens now?" Hale asked. "I must choose," the girl said. "Choose what?" She turned to him. The seeds were never just machines. They were judges, builders, destroyers. They search for worlds worth saving. And if a world fails the test, it becomes the soil for another. Layla gasped. "We're a test planet." The girl nodded. "And time is running out." Above Earth, the ships began to shift. Panels opened, weapons powered. The final countdown had begun. Commander Hale stared at the girl. "Can you convince them that we deserve to live?" "Not with words," she said. "With sacrifice." "What does that mean?" She smiled gently. "It means one seed must fall. One must rise, and I must go with the one that falls." Layla stepped back. "No, that's suicide." The girl looked at both of them, calm, steady. "This world gave me a chance. My mother gave me love. That is enough." She placed her hands to the sky. A beam of golden light shot upward from her chest. The first seed rose from its hidden chamber. The second seed roared from the earth like a volcano of steel and stone. The two seeds faced each other like twin gods, and the girl floated between them. A voice filled the sky. It was not hers. It was older, deeper. A language no one understood, but every human felt it in their bones. Judgment inside her mind. The girl stood before a mirror. Two reflections stared back. One, a healer. The other, a destroyer. She touched the mirror. Both shattered outside. Her body split into light. Half moved toward the first seed, half toward the second. She whispered, "Let Earth be free." Then, silence. Both seeds exploded, not in fire, but in light, blinding, warm, endless. The alien ships vanished in an instant. The skies turned clear. The Earth was still. 1 week later, Base 9 was quiet. Commander Hale stood at the edge of the crater where the girl had vanished. Dr. Layla joined him. "She's gone," Layla said. "Maybe not," Hale replied. Look, a single flower had grown in the center of the crater, glowing alive, somewhere in space. A seed floated silently. Inside it, the girl slept peacefully, smiling, waiting. She was not born. She was not built. She was a choice. And when the universe asked Earth if it was worth saving, she answered with her life.